On this episode of The Wrangler,
we examine the new campus safety policies,
plus highlight Literacy Week,
and we take to the halls to talk to Gaither Swifties.
Wrangling in the News starts now. Good morning, Cowboys. I'm Francesca Prill.
And I'm Madi Martinez. Welcome to this episode of The Wrangler.
An alert of the strategic security system put campus on lockdown Monday. The lockdown lasted only a few minutes due to the alert being a false alarm.
A robocall went out to parents explaining the incident and that campus was in fact safe. This left us wondering what is being done to increase campus safety.
I talked to administrators about new policies being implemented this year. Hillsborough County Public Schools are making student safety the centerpiece of new school policies. Gaither High School's Assistant Principal of Student Affairs, Kendrick Harris, says the push comes from the national attention on school safety.
There's no way we can learn, there's no way we can be productive if we're not safe. If the conditions aren't conducive for you all to be successful in the classroom and for us workers to provide that access for you to get an education, then of course we have to be concerned because safety is ultimately everything.
With the implementation of student IDs, administrators hope this new change will improve student safety.
If kids are readily equipped with their IDs, we think that would increase the security of students moving around campus in terms of identifying who's a cowboy and who's not.
And students like sophomore Angeli Cadet say they can already see the difference.
The fact that Mr. Harris was talking about the IDs and he was talking about how we have to walk around, it makes me feel safe that I know that he can identify people who go to the school now.
Another policy change stems from a reoccurring issue on campuses.
There are doors that let anyone in, which are concerning too.
We have had issues of students opening doors for people. That's gotten better, but we still have that issue.
Students will now be given in-school suspensions if they are caught opening a door or propping a door open on campus.
We call that, it's a term we use, it's called a closed campus.
While some policies are already in place, others are still pending as schools await the funding for safety changes.
There's been some fencing that's been installed. The most recent one was the fence behind the 300 hallway and between the 500. Students would sometimes either come on campus late or attempt to leave early and go through the back bus ramp gate.
So we talked about having a fence out in front of Dale Mabry Highway. While we would love to have a fence along Dale Mabry protecting our campus from that area, this hasn't been granted yet.
Students should expect policies to be updated and added as the district continues to review what is safest for students.
We have to find a balance between safety and convenience, but if something's glaring right in our face, we're going to choose safety every time.
For The Wrangler, I'm Francesca Prill, reporting.
Francesca, the new fences along the bus loop make me feel safe, especially after Monday's incident.
I agree, Madi. They do have more plans for that fencing with a key-only access system being installed later this year.
That will definitely help. The Wrangler will continue to monitor campus safety and share info as it becomes available.
Also in news, the Gaither Media Center held a campus-wide celebration all week for Hillsborough County's Literacy Week.
Our Sophia McIntosh tells us more.
Each spring semester, Hillsborough County schools promote the importance of being literate with a week full of activities.
Inside the Pat Chevalier Media Center, students can splash into a new world, this year's theme, to celebrate reading and writing. Activities for the week include guessing the mystery reader, dress-up spirit days, and new ocean-themed literature displays.
It's good to take a week out to remind us that the media center is important, literacy is important, obviously, to be successful in education. And I just love decorating.
Literacy Week decorations will remain on display for a few more weeks to encourage students to visit the media center.
Thanks, Sophia. I had fun participating in the Spirit Dress-Up Days. What was your favorite part, Francesca?
I love seeing everyone walking around in fishing gear and the beautiful decorations in the media center.
Those decorations will remain up for a few weeks to remind students of how the media center can support their literacy.
In entertainment news, the United States Senate was quoting Taylor Swift lyrics this week. The topic came up as Senate was addressing the issues fans had with Ticketmaster while trying to buy Taylor Swift concert tickets. Many Gaither students were lucky enough to be chosen to score these tickets. My co-host Marty Martinez goes in the halls to ask students all things Taylor Swift.
On this segment of Wrangler on the Street, we take to the halls to discuss all things Taylor Swift. We're here with Sabrina. Sabrina, are you a Taylor fan?
Yes.
And why is that?
She has a song for everyone, and I just love that. It's like different, and you can find your song, and I love it.
I totally agree. She has a very wide range of music. All right, we're here with Xavier. Xavier, are you a Taylor fan?
Of course.
And why?
I don't know. She just like makes me tingle.
Okay. Anyway, we're here with Melissa. So Melissa, are you a Taylor fan?
Yes.
And why is that?
She's a very relatable singer, and her songs are just amazing. I've loved her since my childhood.
I completely agree. I've been listening for as long as I could remember, and her songs never get old. Are you going to the Eras Tour?
No, sadly.
Is it because of Ticketmaster?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that. And who is your favorite Taylor Swift ex?
Harry Styles.
Is it because he's a cutie?
Definitely.
What's your favorite album of hers?
Folklore by far.
Ooh, so you're like an indie girly.
Yep.
I love Folklore. What's your favorite song?
I would say This Is Me Trying or Miracle. They're like two of my favorites, so yeah.
It's a good one. They're both really deep and personal.
Yep.
And what's your favorite album?
My favorite album is Evermore,
And why is that?
because the songs are extremely relaxing and they're really fun to listen to.
I completely agree. It's like every song has its own story.
Definitely.
And what's your favorite song on that album?
Clean.
Why?
I don't know. It just gets to me. It's deep.
It is a deep song. And from your local Swiftie, I'm Marty Martinez. That concludes this segment of Wrangler on the Street.
So Marty, the real question is, did you survive the Great War to get tickets?
I didn't, but my parents surprised me with tickets for the Tampa Friday show. What about you?
I sure did, but it had to take a little personal sacrifice. I had to stay home from school to wait on Ticketmaster's website before finally getting Tampa's Saturday night tickets. Well, that's it for this episode of The Wrangler. I'm Francesca Pearl.
And I'm Marty Martinez. See you soon, Cowboys.
Thank you.